Okay, I think we're okay now. Can you guys hear me? I gotta update the title. Sorry. Okay. Can everybody see me and hear me? Everything good on the stream? We looking good? All right. I don't know why the microphone's still fighting me lately, but what are you gonna do? Seahawks, thank you for the $1.99. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Okay. So let's run it down, guys. Seahawks win 37 to 29. I'm sorry, 23. And look, it was a pretty complete game. Y2KHA, thank you for the member message. Walker, best back in the league. He's going to get there quicker than I thought he would. I thought he had this potential, but I imagined he'd start realizing it in year 2, year 3. My mic is better than the Seahawks at training camp? Alright, well, that's good. But anyway, Benson DeWalt, thank you for the $4.99. Don't worry about a top 10 draft pick next year. Broncos got us covered. Let's push for the playoffs. I mean, that should always be the mentality. I don't want a player or coaching staff that is okay with just losing. I absolutely want to push for those wins. Big Patty Daddy, thank you for the $4.99. How about that game? Wow, top 10 team. How do I win your hat? Right. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to do some giveaways during the stream tonight. Let me go ahead and adjust a few things here to make sure we capture it. But yeah, Big Patty Daddy, right now, I think we probably are. There was the penalty on Joey Blunt. That was just dumb. Like, I don't know what the heck that was, but that was not okay. Whoever did that, like, that's how you kill a man. All right, guys, I'm a little bit rusty on the giveaway crap. Yeah, I know the x-ray came back okay, but I'm still really worried about that MRI. Well, Dak Swag, it doesn't matter if he fair catches it or not. You still can't run into him. That's still not okay. Okay. Cody being out there bothered me. I wonder what his snap count was. I wonder how high his snap count was. Okay. So, we are going to do a hat giveaway today. I'm going to be collecting entries throughout the stream. Pretty simple. All if you want to enter the hat drawing. By the way, if you're going to enter, be sure that you can receive the hat via mail or you can receive e-store credit for a website that you want to use to buy a hat or something like that. I'm willing to explore many different options with you to get you the prize, but you have to be sure you're capable of receiving them. So all you have to do is go into the chat and you comment, "I'd like a new hat," and then you go to the spreadsheet that is linked in the video description to make sure your name has been added properly. All right. Okay. So anyway, basic channel regulars get double entries, basic channel members get triple entries, elite channel members get quadruple entries, and any dono of $2 or more adds an extra entry as well. All right, let me. Yeah, okay. Let me. I don't know why my font defaults to something so damn big. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here we go. Ariel Aguilar, you are in. Y2KHA, you are in, and you are going to be in. Let's see here. I think you're going to be in with triple or quadruple entries. Skills Main, you're in. You've got double entries. Dylan McKay, you are in. PretentiousCameron, you are in. In triplicate. Dax Swag, you are in. Andrex A, you are in. Cameron Allen, you are in. 100 Years, you are in. David H., you are in. Big Patty Daddy, you are in. Nick Guzman, you are in. Sorry, I got a little behind there, guys. Jeff Lowe, thank you for the member message. Congrats on 10K. Keep up the good work. +1 for hat. Okay. Austin Roberts, you are in. Yeah, Big Patty Daddy's in. That's good. Hey, Carson, what's up? Aaron Jacobs, you are in. Emmett21 Gaming, you are in. Daryl Chapman, you are in. Joe Mama, you are in. 283128, you are in. Green 80, you are in. Omar Maldonado, you are in. I think I pronounced that right. Leave them silent, you are in. Okay, Marcus Overly, you're in. 1 second here. King Fisher, you are in. Patrick Ross, you are in. Guile G, you are in. R. Sanchez, you are in. GTA Wrecked, you are in. Okay, Big Patty Daddy, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. That's going to get you an extra entry. When is the next B&B show? It's going to be either Tuesday or Wednesday. No Horsepower, you are in. Robert Baldwin, DVN, you are both in. Eduardo Bueno, you are in. Ayush, you are in. Big Boy Jess, you are in. Brady Reg, you are in. Yeah, Big Boy Jess and Brady Reg. Okay. I think we're caught up. So anyway, Seahawks played a complete game today, right? I think that's the best possible way to put it. They played a really complete game. The offense lost a lot at receiver. Metcalf went down. Lockett spent most of this game not really looking like himself. Eskridge got what looked like a concussion and was useless even when he did play. But, however, despite that, we found ways to move the ball. A lot of it was because the defense was setting us up well, but Gino hit a couple big plays to Marquise Goodwin, and this is why you get a guy like a Marquise Goodwin. You get a Marquise Goodwin so you have a veteran who can just step right in and do damage when there's an emergency. And it looks like right now we might be in emergency mode, although I'm starting to hear more comforting things about Metcalf. So hopefully that's not a big deal, but that's why you want that veteran depth. And if we are at this point going to go for something this year, which it looks like is well within our reach, we can hopefully maintain it. I mean, we used tight ends well. Disley had 4 catches. Um, I think Fant and Colby had 1 each. And we made our hay by running the ball. And it's not easy to run the ball when your receivers are all hurt. 283, thank you for the 499. DK was smiling and told teammates he's going to be all right. Hopefully the injury isn't serious. Yeah, I know he said that. But after he said that, I heard some very bad things from Twitter. But it's looking better now. So yeah, the offense did their thing, grinding the ball on the ground. Kenneth Walker is everything he was advertised to be and more. Charisma Lorelei, you are in. But yeah, offense all around good. I thought Damian Lewis had some bad moments. Jake Curhan did as well, but he's a backup. You kind of expect that. Rick R. Excuse me. You are in. I mean, the defense, they gave up 1 long drive, 1 long touchdown drive, and other than that, they got it done. It was basically just the 1 drive. Tariq finally gave up a touchdown, which sucks, but I don't think he did anything wrong, and I think he still played a good game. Kobe played a pretty good game to my eye. The linebackers struggled a little bit, especially Barton. I thought Barton played terrible. Sleepy White, you are in. Yeah, Big Patty Daddy. We're going to do like 3 hat giveaways, I think, at the end of the stream after I've collected all the entries. Linebacker 54, you are in. Pandalorian, you are in. So, Barton's still a big problem, and we're clearly at our best when he's off the field. So, I don't know exactly what we're going to do there, but it might be time to just cut bait with Barton. He's clearly not anything. Big Patty Daddy, thank you for the $4.99. I'll pay you $1,000 for a hat. How many are you giving away? All jokes aside, we look like a complete team minus depth. I mean, yeah, today looked like a complete team. The pass rush was good. The run defense was great. I thought the coverage was mostly good. You know, a couple times you give some stuff up. Herbert does his thing, whatever. You're looking like you did your job if you only allow 23 points and 1 touchdown in garbage time and the other one off a fumble. Trevor R., you are in the giveaway. Kittil Paulson, you are in the giveaway. Yeah, the refs were terrible too. They overcame that. They had to overcome the refs. Did a great job of that. And that's really all there is to say. The special teams had a big mistake play, but other than that, it was clean. So, Andrix A, thank you for the $1.99. Do we trust in Pete yet? I mean, I trust him in some areas, and I don't trust him in others. That's all you can say. Felipe White, welcome to Basic Channel Membership. Welcome aboard, Philippe White. I know I already have you on here. Thought you already registered. I guess you didn't. When are you going to do a mock draft? I'll do a lot of that after the season's over. All right, so I'm going to start taking comments now. I'm going to start fielding comments from the chat now that we've talked about everything that needs to be talked about in a general sense from this game. It was just a good all-around game. Not a lot to say other than most everyone did their job. And life is good, so I'm going to start taking comments from the chat. So this stream's going to run until the end of this Sunday Night Football game. I will address as many comments as I can, but I'll miss some probably due to volume. If you have a comment you really want me to read, if you send it in as a chat, super chat, or a tip, then it's guaranteed that I'll see it and respond to it. Ariel Aguilar, thank you for the $1.99. That's going to be another entry. And channel members are somewhat more likely to have their comments seen and addressed. Yeah, Charisma, you are in. You are in on the list. Yeah, David, you're right. I look for the Broncos to throw the white flag up. Yeah, Andrick, say you're in. DRXP, OBJ's not going to be ready until I think like December. It's too late. He'll come back too late. So I don't think that's going to help right now. All right. If you look on over to the left, you can see we have sub goals and member goals for the rest of the month. We only need like 3 more members to get there by the end of October. Very doable. We have a super chat goal that is already about 60% of the way there, and a tip goal. If you want to tip, do exclamation point tip in chat, or click the link in the description. Tipping is actually the best way to support the channel. Let's go ahead. Big Patty Daddy, what do you think of the Panthers whooping up on the Bucks today? I kind of had a bad feeling when Brady unretired. I felt like he was going to regret it. And the thing going on with Tampa Bay is kind of weird because they still have the good players. Like, they still have Mike Evans. They still have Godwin. They still have Cameron Brate. They have even, Russell Gage is a nice number 3 receiver. It's not like Green Bay where everything is just terrible. Mohammed, don't spam your comment, okay? Do not do that. What am I thinking about the Broncos? I think they're going to win like 4 games this year. Valor got a concussion, I think. Yeah, Ryan Neal played great, Revry. Ryan Neal had a great game today. Didn't he have like 3-4 pass breakups? Yes, he did. That was one of the best games I've ever seen him play, and I've always liked him, but it seems like he's improved at least a little bit even as a safety, although we are moving him around a lot in the defense. Pandalorian, any free agent receivers or linebackers worth trading for in order to make a serious run for the playoffs? Probably not. I assume if there was, they would have been picked up by Green Bay or somebody like that. Corey Coom, Walker, Rookie of the Year. I'm going to have to look at the other top offensive rookies. Like, is he better than Pickens? Is he better than... I guess off linemen never win Rookie of the Year anyway, so that doesn't matter. But he's in the right. He's got to be in the argument now that he's going to get all these touches. Big Patty Daddy, Big Barton needs a concussion to help his IQ on sideline tackling. The thing is, when we got him, I thought he was at least going to be a somewhat smart player, but no, not even close. Damien plays YT. You are in the giveaway. Yeah, I heard Brees Hall might be out for the year. I think he's probably out for the year. Marcus, could you imagine Tariq winning Defensive Rookie of the Year and KW the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Two Seahawks winning would be mind blowing. Yeah, apparently that's actually happened somewhat recently to one team. I can't remember which one. It might have been the Saints. Brando 2345, you are in. Green Earth, you are in. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Would you trade our second, not the Broncos second, for Roquan Smith? Maybe. Maybe. I would be open to that. Yeah, Kamara and Lattimore won Rookie of the Year. Cool Fooey, you are in. Brandon Lux, you are in. Enriquez 93, you are in. Yeah, Sauce I saw had a little bit of a rough day. It's honestly really sad that Metcalf is out for 3 weeks. How? I don't think that can possibly be correct. Daniel Bailey, you are in. Mark Mason, you are in. Danger Russ, you are in. Nathan Joe 75, you are in. Yeah, we're not going to know about Metcalf tonight, guys. We're just not. Mohammed Zaid, you are in. Not sure if you've talked about it, but we need to draft a receiver. Our depth is bad. Yeah, well, hopefully one of these guys rises to the challenge if we have a serious injury here. Like, hopefully somebody of the Melton, Cade Johnson, Kevin Cassis, Aaron Fuller, somebody from that area does something with this opportunity. Gucci, you are in. Yes, Wittimus, they are. Seattle KO, welcome to the channel, by the way. Thank you for the sub. Tariq Young, yeah. Somebody needs to, make some plays here. I would like to see what Bo can do. Yeah, I still like Bo. Had a rough preseason, admittedly. Royd Choppa, you are in. Apparently, DK said I'm good to kneel when they got to the locker room. I heard that too, but then after that, I heard that something popped. But now I'm starting to think maybe it wasn't that bad. But again, if he misses any games, it's bad, right? Like any games he's missed is bad. So I don't want that. Rev is D. Eskridge really that bad? He can't see more than 15 snaps a game when our receivers are hurt. Well, you see what he does when he's out there. He picks up a dumb pass interference call, negating a big play, and he's fumbling because he takes his eye off the ball. Phantom US, can we talk about how Michael Jackson and Ryan Neal played good? Yeah, Ryan Neal played probably the best game of his career. And Jackson, the outside coverage from these corners this year has consistently been really good, I think. Austin, when DK got injured and we had the fumble, I thought the game could go south for us, but honestly, the defense really stepped up. Great win. Look, the offense, it's not like they got completely taken out of the game. But there were moments where it was a little bit frustrating, and they still put up 37 points. I know they had a couple of short fields, but still. Big Patty Daddy, thank you for the $1.99. Love to see Gino play with some real fire today. Yeah, this stuff means something to him, right? Seems like he cares a little bit more than Russ does right now. You got to say that for him, right? He seems to care a little bit more. Robert Henry, thank you for the $9.99. Here's to your milestones and great win versus Chargers. Here's to also great rebuilding season. Yeah. If you're doing well, if you're winning games in your rebuilding season, that probably means you're on the right path here. I know you lose out on the top draft picks, but that's insignificant compared to what you can gain from winning. Phantom US, you are in. Nathan Holmes, you are in. Almost to 100 total entries, by the way, guys. Not really into trading for receiver 5th or 6th would probably be okay. I just want to see what some of these young guys on this practice squad can do, or the back of the depth chart, like Derek Young, Bo Melton, Cade Johnson. Give them a chance. Ja VFX, you are in. Russell Mark, you're already in. I think. Wait a minute. I might have you. Maybe you're not. Yeah, you're not. All right. You're in. You're in now. I need to figure out a way to do this, like, without manual input. Young boy, how do you feel about playing the Giants another Geno revenge game next week? I really don't think the Giants are all that. At the very least, the game should be close. King Prodigy, you are in. Maybe next year we could get someone like Russell Gage as a third. Didn't he sign multi-years with Tampa? Or was it a one-year deal? I mean, there are plenty of receivers out there. You should have no problem finding one no matter what. Yeah, I thought both rookie tackles played fine. I don't know about Damian Lewis, though. Damian Lewis, yeah, Gage, 3 years, 30 million. Maybe so, the snail. That's actually a really good point. The winner of that Giants game will be a big favorite for Coach of the Year. Jonathan Castillo, you are in. We're not going to know about DK until the MRI, which is tomorrow. Mohamed Zaid, if CJ Stroud falls to us, should we take him? I'd be down for that. Voodoo Magic, you are in. Drop Top Submarine, you are in. I think Cross actually had an amazing day. Didn't hear Khalil Mack's name much either. That's got to be a good thing. Yeah, wait a minute. Doesn't Mac usually line up across from on the right side? Charisma, is it worth it to re-sign Penny after the season? For veteran minimum, sure. Young Boy Goat, thank you for the $1.99. Cody Barton has zero awareness. I thought he was going to be a cerebral player when he entered the NFL. I thought he was at least going to be cerebral. He just would be physically limited. Not really. Not really. I've seen enough. I mean, in a season like this, I'm willing to give guys time. Like, I'm perfectly happy to give Darrell Taylor time when he's going through some ups and downs. But somebody like a Cody Barton, I've seen enough. Yeah, Mac lined up on both sides today. That's what I saw as well, Revrai. I thought both guys did a fairly good job handling him. He had the recovered fumble that, he didn't force the fumble. He just fell on it. Other than that, not much to say. Yeah, I'm interested to see what PFF has to say about the tackles because I thought they both played well. The only offensive lineman who was rough was Damian Lewis, to my eye. Maybe Phil Haynes as well, but he didn't play only but half the game. Theron, we should have let Penny go and draft Bijan Robinson halfback to have best tandem in the NFL. I don't think we were going to draft running backs in the same class like that. I don't think we were going to draft two running backs in the same class. Julio 10A, welcome. You are in. The Blythe fall start was a bad call, right? It just had to be. I thought the refs were terrible the whole game, honestly. Maybe, Austin. Maybe we need Walker emoji instead of beast mode. What do you think? Maybe. I'll think about it later. Eugenio 4, how do you feel about Brian Brissy this week? In the draft, you mean? Yeah, in the draft. Sorry, guys. I'm a little bit out of it right now. But anyway, Brian Brissy seems nice. There are a lot of different options I'd be okay with there, especially if the top big three are gone. Young boy thoughts on the Niners loss, Packers and Broncos loss too. I mean, it speaks to the absolute parity of this league and how perfect things are going for the Seahawks right now. Should we sign a free agent receiver, Henry M? I mean, if I'm offered a choice, I would rather try to figure out which of these young guys on our practice squad is ready to play, but maybe the answer is none of them, and then you'd have to go with a veteran, yeah. BAM Season TV, you are in. Well, we're not going to know about Brees Hall now, Rev Rye, because he's hurt. Whittemus, yeah, NFC looks so weak except for the East right now. I really don't think the Giants are that all that. Like, they're good, but they're not anywhere near this good, I don't think. I know, David. I was very, very confident that the Panthers were just going to roll over the rest of the season. No, not even close. Henry Zoe, how many interceptions is Tariq getting this year? I think he gets to like 8. Young boy Goat, thank you for the $99. Apparently DK told teammates he's good. Yes. That doesn't mean that something didn't pop and he just didn't really feel it as strongly as he thought he would. That is still possible. I realize it's probably better now than it was. I realize that the news coming out of the DK discussion is now a little bit better than it was yesterday. But it's even if he misses a couple games, it's still really not good. Stupid Cascadian, since we have a lot of cap space next season for a competitive team, who should we look for next free agency? I'd probably bring in a guard. There are some good guards, like Elgton Jenkins is available, maybe. You get Elgton Jenkins from the Packers. Maybe a defensive lineman. Jared Johnson, you are in. Man, if the M's just got past Houston, path to the championship looked fairly easy the way it's playing out. I guess, but we always knew we were going to have to get past Houston at some point, and if they're just a little bit better than us, then so be it. You think the defense is fixed, or is this just luck? I think they fixed things significantly when they ditched the two-man fronts on running downs. Now they're only doing two-man fronts when the other team's in a must-pass situation. Anuj D, you are in. Glennon the Giraffe, you are in. Good name, by the way. Were the Chargers good against the run today, or are the Chargers just bad as it? Does it give you hope against Saquon? I think we'll be fine. The only concern that I have is Barton might be on the field a lot against the Giants. Because they're not a receiver-heavy team. They might just run a lot of heavy tight end stuff. And that puts us at a little bit of a disadvantage. Owen Carter, you are in. Stupid Cascadian, you're already in. I got you in a minute ago. Caitlin's Giraffe, you are in. Tuck Tuck, how's the new channel logo going? It's in the works. Hopefully later this week. Rogers Green, who could replace Barton? Nobody on this team, I don't think. Dave Casey, you are in. The thing that really, Yamir Arroyos, you are in. The thing that really alarmed me about the Metcalf injury was they immediately ruled him out. Usually they take at least a few minutes, and usually there's a designation like questionable or doubtful. For them to immediately say he's out is intimidating. Russell Marqueux, someone needs to figure out the science behind starting out as the worst D in history and then suddenly becoming a pretty good D 3 straight seasons. I mean, the only thing you can really say about it right now is that they take things easy at the start of the season. They're working their way into stuff. They don't really use the preseason as the time to get tuned up. They use the first few games to get tuned up. Blue Tansy Rose, you are in. Hoop Dog DK was smiling and saying he was okay when he was on the card. I know. That doesn't necessarily mean he's okay, but it's a positive sign. Dolphins should have faked that punt. They're cowards. Big Patty Daddy, what'd you think of the offsides on Nwosu when he got that pick? I don't think that was offsides. Like, he moved, but he didn't get into the neutral zone. So how can it be offsides? What would you think about signing Jenkins, making him our left guard since he's very versatile, and move Damian Lewis back to right guard? That's exactly what I hope they would do and then draft a center. That would be my favorite. David, I'm not aware of other teams having such a stark contrast in either offense or defense during the course of one season. I agree. I agree. It's kind of crazy how extreme it is. But this year, there are clear, identifiable things they did, right? They ditched the two-man fronts, and they've started to get Barton on the field less. They got Josh Jones off the field in favor of Ryan Neal. That's helped a lot. Emmett, Phil Haynes had a concussion. I think he'll be okay, but it's a concussion, so you never know. Green Earth, are we going to have to pay Neal soon? I don't think he's going to cost a lot of money, but he does become a free agent next year, yes. I think it's evident that the NFL needs to do away with turf. It seems like it's a problem. It sure seems like it's a big problem for these players. And the NFL has enough money to where they can arrange for all games to be played on natural grass. Yeah, Big Patty Daddy, I saw that he broke the speed record. He doesn't look like he's running that fast, is the thing. He doesn't look like Willie Parker or Tyreek Hill. He just kind of hits that gear and he's gliding. Trevor, that would be picked by Brian from Woolen was very reminiscent of the Sherman to ET interception that got us the win. No, that was Sherman to Malcolm Smith, not ET. Joshua Alcantara, welcome to the channel. Thank you for the sub. What is the score, Steelers Dolphins? 16 to 10. It's 16 to 10 Dolphins. It's unbelievable that the NFL, which is the most valuable sports league, can't be bothered to enforce natural glass to save their athletes. Yeah, I know it's not going to be easy in some of these domes, but you got to do it. Brady Hezel, welcome. You are in. Drop Top, you think Waldron by year 3 will be getting HC offers? I mean, that's basically what happened to Staley, right? Staley basically worked his way up very quickly and started getting head coaching jobs. So it could happen. I don't think it will, but it depends on how many teams need a new head coach next year. Like, let's Michael, welcome. You are in. Michael Centalonza, you are in. There we go. Okay, let's take a look. How many teams might fire their coach this upcoming off season? Let me take a look here. We've got the... No, nobody there. No. No, I don't think so. Frank Reich might get fired. Lovie Smith might get fired. Staley and Hackett might get fired. Ron Rivera, Campbell. That's about it. Unless Kingsbury gets fired. Yeah, Carolina. They already fired, but yeah. So there are like 7 teams maybe that might need a new head coach. So maybe Waldron comes up, but I doubt it. I don't think McDaniels gets fired yet. Maybe he should be. Yeah, when I saw that fumble and that penalty from Eskridge, I thought, I'm going to hear Creed Humphrey's name a lot tonight in the chat, which I don't like. Austin, I don't think Lions will fire Campbell. They look like they might end up with the worst record in the league this year. Like that defense is a complete train wreck. And the offense has actually fallen off a cliff the last couple weeks. They can't score. They can't do anything right. Chronic Theory, haircut has returned. Seattle's back, baby. I'd like a new hat. Are you Brendan Nelson's haircut, Chronic Theory? Haven't seen you in a while. The Daryl Taylor running at dog's slow speed after the fumble recovery was painful to watch. He was just trying to secure the ball. I'm not mad at him for that one. Okay, I think our team legitimately the fastest in the league. Maybe behind Miami, but I think we might have more speed than them. Well, you got Woolen and you've got KW. Metcalf is fast. Goodwin's a track star. So, yeah, I'm not against it at all. Defumbled, but I like the idea. Seems like Waldron puts in new wrinkles every week. Oh, yeah, I love the idea. He just needs to let the ball get into his hands before he starts looking upfield. I love the idea. That's how you need to use Eskridge. I'm mad at the player, believe me. The Lions' defense actually held up well for most of the game, but the offense couldn't get it done. That final score is deceiving. Okay, that's fair. That's fair, David. Times have been rough, but I'm back. Season's been amazing regardless. I know Chronic Theory. It's kind of fun. A lot more fun than football was last year. That's for sure. That's all I know. Power Hitter 427. You are in. So, really, the only things from this game that you can even really partially criticize would probably be Damian Lewis didn't play good. The special teams thing was dumb on Blunt. Needs to be a little more aware of what's going on there. He was only off by half a second, in fairness. And other than that, man, like Cody Barton, D. Eskridge, that's about it. And those guys were kind of used to calling out because they usually don't do anything. Unrun, you are in. Are the Broncos on pace for the worst scoring offense of all time? There's no way they are. Greg L, you are in. There's no way they are. Like the Seahawks, Wine Storage, thank you for the sub. The Seahawks in 1992 averaged like 10 points a game. So, yeah, we're definitely better now. Power Hitter, thank you for the 4.99 super chat. How'd the pass rush do? I was at work the whole time, so I missed the game, but my boss was giving me updates. Pass rush was pretty good. It didn't get a ton of every down pressure, but it got a few sacks, got some hits. I thought they played fine. Not as good as they did against Arizona, but there was some positive things going on there. LOL, LOL, you are in. Just realized someone said I'm capping. I've been a member for almost 2 years. Right. I'm pretty sure it has to be him, or he paid for a membership just to troll, which is commitment. Kel, you are in. I mean, Taylor clearly has the ability to do some things. It's not everything we were hoping we would get, but they clearly have the ability to do. He clearly has the ability to do some things fairly well, but it's just not. It's just not consistent from game to game or snap to snap. Even it's unfortunate, but let's get what we can out of him. By the way, we've already hit the stream super chat goal. Thank you so much, everybody, for that. We're only like what 50 minutes in, 45 minutes in technically. So thank you everybody for making that happen. Drop top, who's the oldest fan you remember? Jared Johnson, probably. He's been around forever. Next week will be tough. Giants are well coached and Saquon is back. You know the game's going to be close, at least. If you're playing that Giants team, the game is going to come down to the last couple minutes. So there's definitely going to be a chance. Nobody's getting blown out. I will say that. Widowmiss, Taylor's get off looks elite, but he doesn't seem to have more moves than that. Good on 10K, by the way, deserved. Thank you, Widowmiss. And yeah, it's a little more limited than I was thinking. Based off the stuff I was hearing in the preseason, I thought it was going to be a little more than this. Seahawks, Jose Rodriguez, you are in. Rev. Brendan, remember that kid from like last year? Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, we don't talk about that anymore. Rev. Yeah, that era is over with. 206C, you are in. Did Kenneth Walker get Seahawks another player of the week? He probably should, right? Like, who played better than him this week on offense at the running back position, especially? Yeah, Nwosu played well, though. Even though he didn't get the sack, I thought Nwosu played a really good game overall. Elliot Rogers Jr. Kind of. Close enough. Man, this Dolphins team has really gone stagnant after starting out so well. McMuglum, you are in. Y2KHA, thank you for the $4.99. If you trade a third pick as the Hawks, what would you want to get? Also factor DK injury, also play Fallout 2 on other side. I am going to play Fallout 2 one day. I know that. I do know that. I just don't know when. Other side, I don't know what it is. I'll look into it. If you trade a third pick as the Hawks, what would you want to get? Well, if you're going to give up a third pick, it better be something really good or long-term. You can't rent a player, like a Xavier Woods type for half a year for a third-round pick. Arson Catan, you are in. So if you're going to give up a third-round pick, then I would almost, like, Chase Claypool or somebody like that. Somebody with real gas behind him. I don't really care about rankings and consensus and such, but I think people were too quick to label Brees as the best running back. Cain just didn't get his chance to shine until recently. Oh yeah, anybody who was making final decisions after 4 games or 5 games is not really worth listening to. I hope nobody did that. I did like Brees Hall more than Kenneth Walker in the draft because Brees Hall seemed like a more complete back to me, but so far that hasn't really been the case. Brees Hall actually leads the league in drops, and it's not close. Right, Green 80. I know Chase Claypool isn't on the trade block specifically, but I'm saying it would need to be something juicy like that. Seahawks Jose Rodriguez, I was at the game. It was fun. Oh, that's cool. Good job. Well done. DRXP, I would like to trade for Elijah Moore. Apparently he's not on the block. And the Jets are winning, so they're not going to give up an immediate asset unless they absolutely have to. Young Boy Goat, what do you make of Tariq's game? I thought Tariq actually played really well. I had no problem with the way he played. He got very unlucky on a couple of plays to give up a completion, and I thought he did his job. David Velez, you are in. QB Hooker has climbed up my top 10 QB rankings. Impressive game he just had. Yeah, he's an impressive player. I'm a little worried about the way that Tennessee offense works and how it's going to translate to the pro game, but I'm willing to take the risk because I think his physical attributes are really solid. Stephen A. Simmons, you are in. Yeah, Brooks had a couple of successful blitzes. I did notice that as well, Y2KHA. I don't think he played a great game or anything. He got... There was this one open field tackle he had a chance to get that he just completely blew. But he played better. Jets won't keep winning if they don't find an adequate replacement for Brees. Zach Wilson is terrible. I can't believe how bad that guy is. That guy is basically playing like Like, you can't notice the difference between him and Mark Ripien. What's the difference? I'm disappointed, too. I really liked Zach Wilson in the draft. Miles Adams has definitely improved since his first game. I noticed him making plays and pushing the pocket. Yeah, Miles Adams, making a very positive impact. I agree. I agree. Something I've been thinking about lately is about how we didn't get the DK Tyler Doug trio to. Too bad Doug had to retire. Yeah, part of the reason you drafted DK was because Doug retired, of course. It's all connected, but sure. 538 has Seahawks projected at 9-8 with a 42% chance to make the playoffs. Look, I think the Niners are obviously better than they played today. Like, that defense got smoked today, and that they have a good defense. But man, Empower Code, where are you hearing the negative things about DK from? From what I've heard, his initial X-rays are negative, and they're just waiting on an MRI. There were some people watching the game who thought they saw his ACL just go, like, they thought based on the way his leg bent and the way it came down, he was looking at like a ACL tear. Dylan McDonald, you are in. Leland Kimball, wow. $50 super chat. All right, we are now more than doubling up the super chat goal. Thank you, Leland Kimball. Pete is always going to straighten out his defense. Let Russ cook. Ha, eat at Geno's. I expected to have a lousy season and was ready for it, but damn, it's the rookies in Geno that are making this year so exciting, first in the division. Right? Right. I mean, I thought he was going to make the defense a little bit better as the season went on, just because that's what you would expect to happen naturally anyway. But I didn't expect it to go from worst in the league to really good, because the last two games, it's been really good. They gave up 3 points to Arizona, and today there was just the one long touchdown drive. Other than that, I think they did fine. So I'm happy that things got to this point. I didn't think it was going to happen this fast and this drastically. It was like night and day once they got rid of the two-man fronts almost, I feel like. And they've gotten Barton off the field more, and Josh Jones. Those things have really just completely turned the defense around, I feel like. Austin Sauce, you are in. By the way, guys, click the link in the description to go to the Google Sheet spreadsheet. And if you're not in that table, then let me know. Anybody who's in the contest should be in there. Y2K, thank you for the $4.99. Did I use the fourth waiver to snag Goodwin's 16-team league worst receivers? But I have Henry and Walker and Mark Andrews. Well, before you put in a claim, you should see what's going on with Metcalf, right? Because Goodwin's probably just a 2-catch-a-game guy if Metcalf is healthy. Mr. Atwood, you are in. David, what do you think about the Al Wood signing? I know you initially thought it was dumb, but now he's one of the better players on our defense. I don't think I ever thought it was dumb. I just was aware that he was old, and I didn't know if he had 0 good years, 1 good year, or 2 good years left. As it turns out, he's got at least 1 good year left. I didn't think it was dumb. I just was trying to figure out, okay, how much longer can this guy chug on, more than anything. Stephen A. Simmons, thank you for the $10. Lockett and a B-plus receiver can make up for a DK loss. Well, I've heard some positive news about Metcalf's situation, so hopefully we don't have to worry about it. But we do have young guys on this team that we should take a look at. Michael, when are you calling the hat winner? I'm going to do it at the end of the stream. I'm going to just do 3 number drawings. Did you see Carol tell Geno to calm down? Yes, I did. It wasn't anything like confrontational, like the Kyler Cliff thing. It was just more like, come on, find your center. Because Geno, when the game started, seemed a little bit amped up. Did anyone else kind of feel like that? He was just a little too into it, and he threw some ugly passes, But as the game went on, I think he did a pretty good job settling down. Is Wes Welker on the Dolphins coaching staff? 3rd and 3. Tua going deep. Man. Ballsy call on 3rd and 3. Yeah, how is Welker the coach of anything? His brain probably doesn't work. X-rays are more for bone-related injuries. Any tears wouldn't show up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not over yet. The stuff we've heard is a little bit better than I was hearing during the game, but it could still go either way. Bruce showed up. I thought he signed with the Seahawks to retire a Seahawk. He still apparently has something left in the tank. Yeah, he can play. He can play. He's at the very... I think he got some pressure on a couple plays. He was setting the edge well. Robbie Calhoun, you are in. We have 155 entries right now, by the way, guys. 155. 155. And I think we're going to do 3 drawings. I'm going to cut a video where I do the drawing as well, and I'll post that. So that way, that's where people who win can contact me, and then we can go from there. What does it take for a Claypool move? Oh, apparently he's not on the market. So that's not really on the table, but I was giving it as an example. Wavy Bryce, thoughts on Ryan Neal's performance? It was really good. Probably his best game ever. B-Tech, you are in. Leland Kimball, thank you. Congratulations. You've been my go-to content for over a year, and you're doing a hell of a job. Right? Thank you, Leland. I appreciate it. Mix Prodcast, you are in. Drew Blahnik, thoughts on what Kobe Bryant has been doing? Seems like he's getting better very quickly here. He's learning very quickly here. I mean, I'll continue to say his skill set is not exactly what I typically see in a nickel cornerback, but he's doing a pretty good imitation of one for the time being. Stephen Hubbs, you are in. Free indeed, you are in. Did Woolen play bad? No, Woolen did not play bad, Max. I think Woolen played great. He got a little bit unlucky on one of the plays where he got his hand on the ball and it still got caught. And then he had other plays where he was good in coverage. And he gave up the touchdown, but that was kind of a subtle pick play. Staniel, you are in. Yes, Rev Rye. I mean, we're not that far away from being contenders now, so... Gordon Clark, you are in. Yes, Evan Neal got hurt today. It looked bad. That unnecessary roughness call on Kobe felt like an affront to football. Yeah, that was very weird. I didn't know what to think of it when it was called. When I was trying to look at it and thinking, okay, he led with the helmet, but is that like really what his intention was? I don't know about that one. You cannot access the link in the description. Hold on. I'm going to try to post it in the chat. I was at the game today. So many Hawks. It was great to see. Yeah, pretty good turnout out there. I agree. The offense player also led with the helmet too. Yeah, that too. It's like it takes 2 to tango on that play. Chase Stern, do you think K9 could win Offensive Rookie of the Year? He's got to be in the top 5 now, right? He's got to be on that top 5, most likely. There's no quarterbacks, which helps. Maybe he can win it over Pickens and, at this point, Dameon Pierce. Young Boy Goat, does this Giants team remind you of the 2019 Seahawks winning a lot close games they shouldn't have won? Well, that team was winning close games because of Wilson kept kind of pulling it out of the fire at the last minute. This Giants team is winning more because their defense is really good and they're keeping them hung around in the game, I think. But it's a similar idea. I legitimately think we have a chance against the Giants next week. Yeah, Empower, I do too. That Giants team has done nothing this year but play close games. Every game they play is close. So you know we're going to be in it with a chance, right? Max Rispler, you are in. Wine Storage, I think I already got you. No, you must have been a sub. Wine Storage, you are in. I was leaning on maybe winning 5 or 6 games for a high draft pick, thinking we wouldn't go far if we made the playoffs. Your thoughts? Well, look, I completely embrace the need for a team to sometimes get tremendous infusions of talent to get back to the top. But with the way this team is playing right now, they're showing you that maybe they're not that team. Maybe they're better than that. Maybe they don't need the super duper star edition. That's more valuable because that draft pick, you have no idea if he's going to be good or not. But I can tell you with a lot of confidence the guys who play here every year, whether or not they're good, because I watch them. I've seen them be good or bad for the team as is. Yeah, Blythe's been okay. I think Blythe's been okay. Shelby Harris has been really good. He had to have like 5 pressures today or so it felt like it. Yeah, my impression was that he played pretty well. I like Shelby. He's a good one. Matthew Galendez, you are in. You think winning 10 games could win the division for us? I feel like the 49ers get to 10 wins at least. Revry, is Metcalf still your favorite player? Well, it was Wagner. Now I'm kind of thinking it might be Tariq, honestly. That's just such a cool story. You and Hawks Nest are growing quick. Quick. It's crazy. Every week y'all just get more views. Yeah, it's happening quickly. So many interesting things are happening with the Seahawks right now that it kind of makes sense. R. Malky, you are in. Yeah, I did not appreciate the refs in this game. I think we had to beat the refs and the Chargers today, personally. Would you be leaning towards offensive line, defensive end, or quarterback with our first round picks? It depends on who's there. If we have a chance to draft Stroud or Levis, I really don't want to pass it up. Unless you have the chance to draft Will Anderson. He's got to be the number one. But if Levis or Stroud is there, I want. That entire 49ers offense is going to be in a cast by week 18? Probably. Probably. So them not banking wins right now is kind of a death knell. Stephen Hubbs, I believe. Yeah, Stephen Hubbs, you're in. Trey Brown or Mike Jackson? Well, right now you kind of got to ride the hot hand. But generally speaking, I would say Trey Brown has more talent. Mixed Podcast, what do you think about that fair catch interference from Joey Blunt? He did something dumb. He's a rookie. He'll learn. That was really dumb, though. Like, don't do that, please. Ever. Korean airplane overruns Philippine runway. Wow. I'm going to have to look into that a little later. 206C, thank you for the sub. We're getting a good finish here, at least. Leland Kimball, thank you for the $5. Niners hear the death rattle. Don't rule them out. That defense is still too good to be counted out, man. Don't completely count out them boys on D. David M. When is Homer supposed to return? It sounds like he's going to be back next week. Sounds like he'll be back for the Giants game. Which, by the way, I really hope he does. Because today, Ken Walker, I think, had 23 touches. Starting to push it a little bit further than we need to. I'd like to see him get 20 at most. I understand that in this game, he got better as the game went on. But you definitely want to be careful with the goods here. I'm not a Carroll guy, but what he's doing with these young players is really impressive. Yeah, I as much as I'm not a fan of Carroll, I did think having Tariq Woolen made it make a lot of sense for us to ride it out with him for at least a little while longer because he was going to make Woolen so good. And there you go. Mask, say we make a push for the playoffs and DK is out. What receiver do you want to try to get? OBJ, Kenny G, John Ross. OBJ's not going to be healthy soon enough, I think. So, not Kenny Golladay. That sounds like the kind of guy who would ruin all this positive momentum we have. John Ross isn't bad. But, honestly, like, could you go get somebody like Jerry Jeudy? Could you trade, like, a 5th-round pick to Denver for Jerry Jeudy so they can just dump him? Would that be good, or does he just drop too many passes? Will Anderson is an average player, overrated like Hutchinson, Walker, and Thibodeau. He's not average. He had 11 pressures in one game earlier this year. And he's got no technique yet. He's going purely off of his raw ability. Like, if Denver uses their brains, they're going to realize the only thing they can do is blow it up, right? They got to blow it up. So, if you can send Jerry Jeudy to Seattle for a 5th-round pick, more than anything, so you don't have to pay him, that's probably pretty good. Apparently, well, Elijah Moore, the Jets are winning. I don't think they would do something like that. The Jets have to be pretty happy with the way things are. I don't think they're going to trade him. I think they're going to tell him to suck it up. Offensive line's looking pretty good so far, Wade, in my estimation. Hey, Brendan, congrats on the 10K. What's your goal for the channel? Do you want this to be your full-time job if possible? I'm not expecting that to ever happen. If it does happen, then it happens, but I'm not expecting it. Leland Kimball, thank you for the $5. I'd like to see us give a standalone second-round pick for Jeudy. You should be able to get cheaper than that. You should be able to get a little cheaper than that. He's not a big, valuable asset. He's a guy with potential who isn't living up to it, who you're trying to offload because you're going to lose him anyway soon because you don't want to pay him. That's what Jerry Jeudy represents right now. Same with a guy like Bradley Chubb. Denver at the end of the year loses him for nothing or gives him a monster contract. So they should be happy to get anything for these guys. Chronic Theory, random question. How is the winner for each giveaway chosen? I'm probably going to do it on the screen with a random number generator. Zario, apparently Carolina is not trading DJ Moore. Apparently they turned down some really high offers for him already. Eugenio, what is Denver's pick right now? I believe it's 6th overall. Number 6. Stephen Hubbs, you're in. Stephen Hubbs, I don't know if your audio doesn't work or something, but you are in. What would you have to give up to get Elijah Moore? I don't like the guy who's already chirping in his second year. Like, he's already asking for a trade in his second year. Like, you know, stay in your lane, bro. KJ Hamler also on the trade block. I wouldn't give up more than a 6th. We already have KJ Hamler. His name is Dwayne Eskridge. What's the difference? Chicken, I'd like a new hat. You are in. Would you rather have Anderson or Levis? Probably Anderson. But I'd be perfectly fine both ways. Leland Kimball, thank you for the $2. Let's ride. Yeah, let's ride indeed. Let's hide. Let's ride into the funeral home. David, you're in. You're in, David. I know, Jeremy. It's so much more fun. That's why. Ooh, interception Pickett. Some people ask me, like, are you mad the Seahawks are losing this year? Are you mad the Seahawks are winning this year because you wanted the draft pick? And it's like, no, for multiple reasons. It's just more fun to win. I'd rather have the problem of having a decent team that needs to add a little bit more talent than having a terrible team that needs to add a lot of talent. We've got the Denver pick anyway. Did you expect them to be 4-3 at all this season? I expected 3-4. So we're not that far away, Ryan Guffey, but they are a little better than I thought. They took advantage of this great opportunity. Now, I really thought we'd beat the Giants this year, but they're playing well, so that's not going to be the gimme I thought it was. Cookie, you are in. David Tekeski, you are in. Even if we don't make the playoffs, you gotta try. Once you're on the field, I want my players and coaching staff to try. Do you think DJ Moore is relatively similar to CMC in trade capital? I think he should be worth more. I think he should be worth more. CMC's injury prone. DJ Moore, more likely you get more stuff out of him. J.R. Chadwick, you are in. Junior Chadwick. All right. If we beat the Giants, yeah, it's time to just go ahead and accept that this team should have loftier goals. What about Kendrick Bourne from New England? Isn't he terrible? I mean, I'm not against it. He's going to be cheap, but isn't he like really bad? Jay Freeman, welcome to the membership club. Welcome to Elite membership. Just 2 members away from the next goal now, I believe. Kel, with the trade talk of Judy, Hamler, and Chubb, what do you make of this? I think they are going to be sellers. I think they are going to be sellers. There's no reason for them to be anything else. They're 2-5. Their quarterback is hurt. Their whole team is hurt, honestly. Like, what is the point of trying to do anything else? When do we get a new member emoji? I can't remember where the next one is. It might be like 125. Very quickly, the requirements to unlock emoji slots goes exponentially higher. We were both spot on about Woolen. Not quite. I knew Woolen was going to be this good at some point if he applied himself, but I didn't think it was going to happen this year. I thought it would happen maybe next year, maybe even the year after. I think Judy is gone for sure, but what would they get? He's not really good. Honestly, it would not shock me if they gave him away for like a 4th or 5th round pick. Steelers almost intercepted that. What are the Dolphins doing? What are the Dolphins doing? Mick Fuhrer, you are in. Jay Freeman, you are in. Like, you look at Jerry Jeudy, he had a decent first year, but his catch rate was atrocious. Last year he got hurt, and this year he's generally been a disappointment. So what are you talking about there? He's like a, I don't know. I'd use a 4th round pick to trade for him. Yeah, I saw that, Eugenio. Would you be buyers at the trade deadline to go for a Super Bowl run? I wouldn't go crazy with it, Mario. I would just be, don't overextend yourself chasing a Super Bowl this year. I don't think this is the year you do that, but there are some things you can do to make things a little bit better. They wouldn't trade him to us because we already fleeced them. Well, what do they care at this point? It means nothing. I mean, it's not like it makes any difference where he goes if he starts playing well. At least he's out of the conference, right? Make a Quandre or Dunlap type deal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't overextend yourself, but if there's a good trade there, make it. Like the Quandre Diggs trade, low key, incredible value. Not even a 5th round pick. Value when you got him. Mark Sanchez, thank you for the $5. Do you miss Carlton Banks being the face of our franchise? I mean, it had its moments for sure. It was fun, but clearly we bailed out at the exact right time. I don't see how anybody could question that at this point. And I know some people are going to use today's game by Denver as evidence that Wilson is still good because nothing changed with him out, but that's kind of the thing. Nothing changed with him out. Thank Leland Kimball. Thank you for the member message. 8 months, Brendan. You're the man. Keep producing the content. I will, Leland. Akil Mari, you are in. Ducks are the 3rd seed if they win the division based on the record now. They are the 6th seed as a wild card based on their record now if they don't win the division. I feel like the Niners are going to bounce back big next week, and they'll probably be the favorites, even though they'll be a game behind. But I also think they're not going to win enough games to run away with it because of their quarterback. So you got to keep yourself alive in it, man. Eric Turney, you are in. But yeah, is there anything else that happened in this game today that I didn't really mention? Any news on Metcalf? No, not yet. No, not yet. We're not going to know until he gets the MRI tomorrow. And I'm still not sure where I think this is going to go. But yeah, Michael Dixon did his job today. Joey Blunt didn't. But I'm going to be right back, guys. I got to take a leak. Be right back. Okay, we are back. Let's see here. If the Panthers beat Broncos in 4 weeks, I think that pick will be top 3. Thoughts on Geno? Geno, you can't expect him to set the world on fire when all his receivers are hurt or worthless. So I'm gonna say he did totally fine. I don't think the interception was on him. That was PI all day. Damn it, that was 100% a penalty on the defense. And if somebody thinks I'm wrong on that, please let me know. But that sure looked like pass interference to me. Mark Sanchez, thank you for the $5. DK injury, neg, leg, mild sprain, no tears. I have been feeding this all day, no injury season. Hopefully, man. I'm interested to see what happens tomorrow. The refs were terrible this whole game, and we still won by 2 touchdowns. It's kind of amazing. All right, we got 2 minutes left in this Pittsburgh-Miami game. Don Hasagawa Ceramics, welcome to the channel. Thank you for the sub. 3rd and 9. Gonna shut up 4th and medium. Bodhisattva. Okay, well, let's take a look at this here real quick. Let me take a look at Tankathon real quick. That spot that almost gave the Chargers a first down was bad too. Yeah, he was short by half a yard. That should not have been close. So the only 2 teams in the NFL that only have... So every team has at least 1 win. And the only 2 teams with 1 win are Houston and Detroit. And Houston has a tie. So there's a lot of parity right now. Draft a defensive back and defensive end next year. At some point in the draft, yeah. I don't mind our defensive back so much. Defensive end, you kind of always want to be adding to, though. Chronic Theory, the Packers stink and it feels so good. It doesn't feel like we should be surprised by it, and yet I kind of am. Like, I thought they were going to figure out some crazy way to still be okay, and not even close. Colby kind of makes me think of Mike Gesicki in Miami more than anybody, but yeah, okay. Pittsburgh's going to threaten here. Pittsburgh's going to threaten. Yeah, Colby gets open, and Gino's willing to hit those throws. I actually thought when DK went out today that somebody like Fant or Parkinson was going to have a monster game, and it didn't happen because we ran the ball so well. Well, Jim, you are in. But, hey, maybe we'll get good news about Metcalf. Maybe we'll get good news. It's still possible. I'm just glad we found a way to utilize Colby. Oh, intercepted. What? Incomplete? What did the ref see? That looked very obviously like a catch to me. Trade a 3rd rounder and another late rounder for Roquan. I don't think the Bears would do that, Alex. Collier has not yet been active. That's an interception. I don't know what the heck the ref was looking at. Did the Seahawks get a QB for the draft? I would. Well, the Kenny Pickett era is off to an inauspicious start. Yeah, Fant's still a good player, but he's not having the monster impact on this team that I thought he might. I think Bruce got this defense in shape. I don't think it was just him. I think there were some schematic things that we've done. Okay, so here's what's going to happen, guys. I am going to, on stream, cut a video, and I'm going to post the video in a few minutes. So if you win the drawing, if you are one of the winners, I want you to comment on that video. Not this stream, but the video. Oh, Daniel, you're in. Okay. 180. Okay. Isas A, you are in. Jorge Najira, You are in. Okay, we have 190 entries. I'm going to go ahead and cut it there. And we're going to do this hat giveaway. Okay, so we have all the entries listed from 1 to 190. So we're going to go to random.org and generate random numbers between 1 and 190. And those will be the winners. Okay, here we go. $148 is the first number. David Velez, you are the first winner. David Velez is the first winner. We're going to generate another number. 7. 7. Dylan McKay is the second winner. Dylan McKay is the second winner. And we're going to do one more. 102. Wrestle Marque is the winner with 102. Wrestle Marque. All right. So if you are one of those 3 winners, please comment down below on the video that I'm going to post with this, not the stream. And we can arrange for you to contact me so we can arrange for payment or the reward. All right, guys. That's going to do it for the stream. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. Had a lot of fun. Semi-entertaining, kind of, sort of, not really. Sunday night game. But Seahawks win. Seahawks win. And they look good. I mean, they look like a good team today. On both sides of the ball. So life is good. All right. I'm probably going to get on Twitch later tonight on Assassin's Creed. So hope to see you guys there.